Hi, I'm Maureen Rogers from Laurel Mill Playhouse, and this is Curtain Call. And today we have some actors, actresses, and the director and the choreographer of Willy Wonka Jr. And each year we do a kids show and a cabaret. So first I'd like to introduce Michael Hartsfield, who is the director. He's done many kids shows, plus adult shows and musicals and all that. So how long has it been, you doing this? 10?
With Laurel? I think it's been over 10.
15 maybe.
Maybe closer to 15
Because
years.
your first show with us, you as an actor, was
6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
It's been
and
a
then
while.
you mentioned then that you might want to direct
Right.
adults. Because
Well, I started doing the kids program and then transferred into the adult shows.
Okay.
While other folks were doing and then we restarted. I don't know how long the intensive or the current version has been going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what made you pick Willy Wonka Jr.?
Well, it's
a
one
fun
that we
show.
talked. Yeah, it's one we talked about 2 years ago. Pre-COVID, when last show we did was Fame, and so we were thinking, well, what will we do next year? And Willy Wonka got mentioned, mainly because it's a story most people are familiar with. It's obviously a fun show, colorful show, that sort of thing. Something that kids would obviously like. Then of course COVID hit, so we have now pushed it back. But it was 2 years ago, I guess, that we first started talking about it.
So how many actors and actresses do you have there?
We have 19 total in the cast, ranging from, I think our youngest is, I want to say 9. Maybe we have an 8-year-old, but we go 8 to 18. But I don't think we have any 8-year-olds this year. So maybe 9, and then I think our oldest this year is 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the best part of directing a kids show?
The best part of directing a kids show. Well, that's hard to answer. I don't know. It is fun working with the kids. Yes, it can be trying at times, but they're always, they're giving up part of their summer to do this. So, they want to be there. And their excitement is pretty contagious. So,
Yeah.
that's certainly, the best part to see. And then you see how they grow over the summer from being shy, not wanting to sing out loud or whatever, to not being able to contain it by the time we get to the show. Usually,
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And with that many kids on stage, which is a pretty small stage, I
Right.
guess, is that the challenge?
It is the challenge. Willy Wonka has its own challenges because it's hard to create, everyone has seen the movie, or most people have seen, and they have an idea of what sort of the Wonka factory should be. And in a place like Laurel, we can't exactly recreate the exact picture that people might have. So the set itself is somewhat challenging, trying to at least give that feel that you're in a certain place. And then adding 19 kids to that and making sure that they all are in the right spot is certainly, a challenging thing to do, for sure.
So I think the thing that's good about this too, it's an informal atmosphere. So parents should feel free to bring their younger kids
Sure.
to the show and not worry if they, cry out or laugh
Right.
or whatever. It's just a totally fun.
It is. We take it seriously, and certainly that we have to prepare for a show or putting on performances that people are going to pay for. So, but it is a very sort of informal atmosphere. We want them to have fun. Everybody's welcome, from the kid who's never done it before to those who have done every show since they could walk. So and everyone's very welcoming and supportive of each other. So.
We've had a few that have kind of grown up in the kids shows and gone on to do the adult shows.
Oh yeah, and there's that pipeline, if you will, is hopefully continuing. I know you're going to meet a few young actors today that have been in a number of our shows.
Yeah, it's so great. I think that we're doing this. And the parents are so excited about their kids performing.
Oh,
and
yes.
the parents are having a great time too, I think.
I think so.
So this runs from...
It opens August 5th through Sunday, August 21st. So 3 weekends, Friday, Saturday evenings at 8, and Sunday afternoons at 2.
And where should they get tickets?
They can go to laurelmillplayhouse.org, and then just there's the buy tickets, icon, and they can purchase their tickets online that way. They're $20 for general admission, and then $15 for students, seniors, and military.
Great.
So yeah.
Great. It's going to be a great time, so be sure that you don't miss it. And thank you, Michael, for taking time out of your busy schedule. And I'm looking forward to seeing this show also.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye.
Now, stay tuned because we're going to talk to a couple of the actresses from Willy Wonka Jr. as well as the choreographer. Hi, welcome back to Curtain Call, and we're so fortunate to have two of the actresses that are in Willy Wonka Jr. with us right now. Girls, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell me also what parts you play?
I'm Delaney McGinniss, and I'm playing Willy Wonka.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's great. That's wonderful.
I'm Carly Pimetto, and I play Veruca Salt.
Who is it now?
Veruca Salt.
Okay. So why don't you describe your character first?
Veruca is kind of a spoiled brat. She's very rude and likes to stomp her feet, but it's a fun role to play.
That must be difficult for you to act like a spoiled brat.
It's
not your personality at all.
It is an acting challenge because I like to make sure that I'm always respectful to everyone. So it's kind of interesting to be rude, especially to the adult roles in the play.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you are a senior in high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I know you do other things. Why don't you tell our audience about that?
I love to dance. I am in a performing and visual arts program for dance at my high school. So I'm really into dance, and I love to be on the stage in any way possible.
That's great. And also, Carly is our summer intern at Laurel Mill Playhouse. So she's kind of doing double duty, being in the show and also helping me out, so which I really, really appreciate. So Delaney, why don't you tell us about your character, the title character of the show?
So Willy Wonka is kind of mysterious. He is generally a fun guy, but there are times, in the boat scene, where, you see a side that you wouldn't see, in another situation, which is really interesting.
Oh, that sounds like fun to do also. And what grade are you in now?
I'm going into ninth.
Ninth. And both these actresses have been with the kids program forever, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So how old were you when you started, Carly?
I did my first show at Laurel Mill when I was 7 years old.
Wow, wow. And
I was also 7.
Oh, wow, that's so great. And you're still here today. We'd like everybody to come out for the kids show.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It happens every summer. But what did it do for you, Carly?
It really helped me to come out of my shell because the group of people that we're with, they're so accepting, and they really encourage you to break out of your shell and take you to your full potential.
Yeah, I mean, has it helped you, especially given presentations?
Yes.
Because now you have a stage presence that you've
do.
learned. And how about you, Delaney?
The theater and the summer program really introduced me to a passion that I didn't even know I had before I started. So it gave me something to look forward to every day.
Oh, that's great. And her mom is also the musical director of pretty much all of our shows. So it's a lot of family involvement in this. And what would you say to somebody who's thinking about maybe coming out for the show next year? What would you say to encourage them?
It's so much fun. Like, the community and the people that will surround you are genuinely the nicest people you will ever meet. It's such a nice community, and I would encourage anyone to
That's
start.
great. That's great. And both of you have been in the adult shows, musicals
Yes.
too. What were you in?
I was in White Christmas. That was one of my favorite shows. I played Susan. That was a while ago, and it was like one of my favorite casts because the adults, they have a little bit of experience, but they encourage you as well.
That's great. And that role was double cast.
Yes,
right?
it was.
So during rehearsal, they would both say their lines together.
Yes,
right?
we would.
And it was so great. It was so much fun. But then both of you got to rehearse.
Yes.
And so it's been great having you both, involved with Laurel Mill Playhouse and involved with the kids. You're a great role model for the rest of the kids.
Thank
and,
you.
I know you guys are having fun, so I'm looking forward to seeing the show. And I wish you all break a leg and also have a great school year when it
Thank
starts
you.
back up in August, September?
August.
August. So early, so early. So thank you for being with me today. And but you all stay tuned because we're going to talk to another actress plus the choreographer.
Cyberbullying is a very real thing, affecting over half of young adults online. It is generally done by bullies called trolls. These trolls will invade your privacy and ruin your social media experience. Here are some ways to prevent that. Set your privacy settings on all accounts. Only accept friends. Trolls are not your friends. Don't release any personal information. Block suspicious accounts. And tell a trusted adult. Use these tips to help keep you safe on social media. Don't get trolled, stay safe online, and stop cyberbullies.
Hi, welcome back to Curtain Call. And we have the choreographer of Willy Wonka Jr. here, as well as another one of the actresses from the musical. So girls and ladies, why don't you introduce yourself? And Carly, you tell us what part you're playing too.
Okay, so I'm Carly Lavender, and I'm playing Violet Beauregard. So yeah.
I'm Malarie Zeeks, and I'm the choreographer.
So Mallory, that must be a lot of fun to be the choreographer for a show like this.
It is. I love working with kids, so it's nice to be able to work with them from ages 8 to 18. Right?
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yes,
it's a big difference.
Huge difference.
So how many different numbers are in this?
In the Wonka production is about, well, there's a lot of musical
There
numbers.
is, yeah.
But dance-wise, there's about 6.
Okay. And are they dancing in the cabaret too?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh,
A little
great.
bit, yes,
That's
absolutely.
great. Now, Mallory, you've done different things at Laurel Mill Playhouse, and we've loved you in all of them. But tell the audience, what you've done, some of your favorites maybe.
I performed in White Christmas, so that is my favorite because that's the first one that I got to perform in at Laurel Mill. And I also was in Jekyll and Hyde, the 12 incompetent jurors, not angry.
That was so fun.
It was so much fun. I played a character that was obsessed with their cell phones, and fitting at the time.
So White Christmas was your favorite?
It was.
Yeah, it was. It's a great show. It's just a wonderful show to see. And the fact that Laurel Mill Playhouse could pull that off with the doors and the snow and all that
so
was really
beautiful.
good.
So beautiful.
So you've done other things around town.
Yes.
What other shows have you been in?
So being in a lot of shows, I've done Fiddler on the Roof, I've done Cinderella, I've done so many shows. Jekyll and Hyde I had done before, we did it at LMP. But I also am involved in doing choreography and directing at elementary schools around.
Oh, that's great.
So, so I keep busy doing all different aspects of theater.
Yeah. So what are the challenges doing choreography for such a wide range of ages? And talents.
Yes. The challenges that you face are that some of the kids have never performed before, so it's also getting to learn the stage, the way that they are facing out towards the audience or towards the person that they're talking to. So the choreography doesn't just stop with the dancing, it's also choreographing the people to be seen by the audience and also seen by the other character in a different light. So the challenges are with the younger kids or children who have never performed before is to stage them and teach them movement across the stage that isn't just dance focused. But everybody, it's nice that the older kids, thank you, Carly, you're one of the older kids in our cast, help the younger kids. So that's very helpful too. Because everybody's willing to learn and willing to step in to help.
Yeah. And tell the audience what you told me about actually trying out for a kids show.
So yes, are you talking about what I told you about?
Yeah.
I tried out for LMP when I was like 16. Unfortunately, I didn't get to perform with them. So it's nice to be able to come back and dance with the kids, but bring it around because I didn't get to perform
right.
as a teen. But not a bad thing, not a bad thing.
And Carly, you've been to the kids' cabaret and the musical for a while now, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when you started?
I think I was around 10-ish maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm 14 right now, so
Okay.
I've been doing it for around 4 years.
So what do you like best about performing with the kids and the kids' cabaret and the musical that we pick out?
Well, it's amazing being one of the older kids now, you know, like especially starting out so young. It's just nice watching the younger kids starting to understand everything. And I just love performing in general, you know.
Oh, that's great.
And it's so fun being up there with my friends because really I'm also performing with my like best friends here and stuff. So it's just really nice to be performing with all these amazing people.
Yeah, it's really a great group of people. And, besides the choreographer and the director, we have Meg Nemeth, who's working with the cabaret, right? And Marge, who's working with the costumes. She's in Mariota, England right now. Tell us a bit about your character.
Okay, so my character is Violet Beauregard, and she is a gum chewer. I use a heavy Southern accent for my character, so that's very fun. But I become the blueberry, so the costume is difficult to work with, but the execution is really cool.
Oh, you're wearing that costume.
Yes,
what fun.
I am. And it's really cool to watch me inflate, you know, and it's a difficult process putting it on and stuff, but it just works really well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Come see the costume and stay for the show.
Yes.
Why do you think, Malarie, people should come and see this show?
It's magical. It is funny. It's different than what you've seen with the Willy Wonka movies or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It brings a new light to Willy Wonka. And it's also something where parents and children or family, friends can come and just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the show without having any excess things around it that are causing drama, or being too harsh to watch.
Oh, right.
So it's very light,
really child friendly, right?
for sure. And it's just funny. It's things that the kids don't pick up on, but the parents will. Acting choices by Delaney, who's playing Wonka, by both Carly's, Veruca and Violet, and Mike TV. So it's just something I think all kids would enjoy, and they'll know the music in the cabaret as well.
Yeah. So what is your favorite song in the show, Carly?
Okay, so...
Or do you have more than one?
So should I do Wonka or Cabaret?
Oh, do Wonka first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my favorite song is probably either The Candyman because I
like that.
Yeah, the song's super fun and the choreography is really fun and cool. But, you know, I also love my own song.
So what is your own song?
It's called Blew It, and it's basically when Violet starts eating the gum and becomes the blueberry while I'm singing and stuff. And it's just a very fun country song, you know. And it's just really interesting to watch my co-stars look around me and watch me become the blueberry and stuff. And I'm excited for the reaction of the audience.
That is great. So the show lasts about an hour, and then there's a little break, and then there's the cabaret, right? So how many songs are in the cabaret, do you know about?
I think 9, about 9.
And there's dancing or movement with that?
Yes,
Yeah.
in some numbers. Others are staged and they're the hard songs. There's a Stephen Sondheim song, Your Fault, from Into the Woods, and that is very hard to sing, so everybody's just staged. Very hard, a very hard song. But
So this is really good for the kids and the adults and everybody in between.
absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate that. And everybody should come see this show at Laurel Mill Playhouse, 508 Main Street. You can get your tickets at laurelmillplayhouse.org, and it runs from August the 5th to August the 21st. There's 3 shows each weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday and Saturdays at 8 o'clock, and Sundays are at 2 p.m. So thank you so much for watching, and the next time I'm here, we'll be talking about Dial M for Murder, something completely different.
Yes.
So stay safe and hope to see you soon.